Welcome to a Spectral Quest. I'm your host, Eros Lemonti. On the last episode of Portals and Gates, we reviewed one of the most powerful spiritual gates, the Spirit Board. Tammy and Chelsea had a session and they connected with this spirit called Ame. Her responses were very incoherent. She sounded like all she wanted was to play. At Jimmy's house, the spirits that were attached to the house were creating an unpleasant environment for Jimmy's daughter. On the first day, we identified two portals, one in the little girl's room and the other one in the hallway. We started the first investigation in the girl's room. The male spirit that we encountered was really angry. We also heard Rob's vision while he was in a coma. It was revealed years later after he recovered. It seems like the consciousness of his spirit went out of his body and took him on an astral trip to show him his future. Most people know this as a deja vu. Coming up, we will continue with the second and third day investigation at Jimmy's house. Then, we will go over the other spiritual gates and show you how you can use them to communicate with your loved ones and other spirits that you would like to talk to. We will hear additional paranormal stories that people have witnessed. In many occasions, they were unaware of what they were experiencing at the time of the actual interaction. All this when we come back.
Something's off. So how can we help you to make that stop?
I think I hear a fuck you and something. There's like three.
So how can we help you to make that stop?
Fuck you, you can't.
Yeah.
Fuck you can't.
You want to hear it again?
That's a male voice.
Can
Yeah.
we help you to make that stop?
Fuck you can't.
Can we help you to make that stop?
Fuck you, you can't. That's what he said.
No, well, we're about to show you we can.
So he doesn't look at me.
The man. No.
Man is keeping her here.
So is that you?
Thank you. Thank you.
We got it. And he's saying, fuck you, you can't make it stop. So he's holding her here.
But see, I feel that they're totally different. But I mean, maybe.
So I got her, I didn't get him the first day.
I fucking feel sick. Like, I just don't feel like it's completely left me yet. Even though in the bathroom I didn't feel sick. It's something between here, these two rooms, I just feel completely nauseous and
You shouldn't
sick.
allow that.
Huh?
You shouldn't allow that. You shouldn't. You know, you need to stop that. You need to stop that right away. When it's happening, you have to set your boundaries. So you have to say, no,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot touch me. You cannot affect me. Stop that. Stop that.
It's not on me. I can just feel it in here.
Yeah.
It's not on me. I can just feel it in here. It's very intense. You know you weren't welcome to that. Yeah, that sounded like a growl, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It came from here.
Yeah, it sounded like a growl right before I started talking. Yeah. And that wasn't.
We got it on.
Is there a camera in there?
We have to come back. I don't think we're going to be able to close this tonight. I really don't think so.
Yeah, we need to finish the investigation part and see if we're able to come back tomorrow. We have to do it before Monday.
Yeah.
We have to, before his girl comes back.
Another portal with many similarities to the spirit board is the pendulum. The first scientific investigation of the pendulum was done around 1602 by Galileo Galilei. The regular motion of the pendulum was used for timekeeping, and it was the world's most accurate timekeeping technology until the 1930s. A spiritual use of the pendulum is quite different. A pendulum suspended from a chain is sometimes used in divination and dosing. This can be made from a variety of materials. Crystal, metals, and gems are just a few. People who practice Reiki and other energy healers profess a pendulum can explore the auras and the chakras. If you want to get your feet wet and dabble with the paranormal, the pendulum is a great portal for beginners. It will help you to develop faster and fine-tune your psychic skills as long as you open your mind to the new level of consciousness. Let me tell you how it works. In one approach, the user first determines which direction left, right, up, and down will indicate yes and which no, before proceeding to ask the pendulum specific questions. The pendulum may also be used over a pad or cloth with yes and no written on it, and perhaps other words written on a circle. The person holding the pendulum aims to hold it as steadily as possible over the center, and its movements are held to indicate answers to the questions. Repeatedly asking the same questions or questions about the future should be avoided. Again, energy. And always remember, be respectful with the spirit world. You're just a guest. For now. A spectral visitation is when you are sleeping and someone that has passed away comes to you in a vision while you are sleeping. At the time, you are conscious and aware, but it feels like you were in a dream. Some visitations happen immediately after the loved one's death, and yet others may take a while to gather enough energy to push through the veil of death. When a visitation occurs, the spirit is more than likely coming with a meaningful message for the person that is sleeping, or for someone close to them that they wish to reach.
My name is Melissa DeLong. I was born in Sacramento, raised in Woodland, California. My grandfather passed away in October of 2008. And about a year after he passed away, I was actually staying the night at my grandparents' house. And my grandparents always sat at their dining room table, and their phone was kind of like right behind. And I would, in my dream, I had just gotten off the phone and I swung around, and my grandfather was sitting at the table smoking an unfiltered cigarette as he always did. And he just was saying, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of everybody in the family. And I love you, which is kind of odd because my grandfather was very manly and didn't express his feelings. So anytime that I like stepped foot in that house or slept at that house, dreams would always happen. Whether it was him saying, you know, you're going to do this in life, like you're going to be moving soon, or, you know, I love you. Tell your grandmother I love her. Tell your mother I love her. Just every once in a while, I do dream about him still, but they're not as often as they were when he had just passed.
So after we did the assessment the first night, we decided we needed to come back right away, especially because there was a child involved in this case. When we came back, we brought all of our equipment, REM pods, K2s, our ghost box, all of our EVP equipment, to try to get as much evidence as we possibly could. So we set the REM pod up in the hallway, we set up laser grids, and we did a lot of EVP sessions. The REM pod went off quite a bit in the hallway, and when it was going off, it actually did so by command. So if I told it to beep, it would beep. If I asked it to stop, it stopped. So that was good clarification that a spirit was actually interacting with us.
When we did the investigation in the hallway, there was a doorway where the energy was very strong. I was feeling the presence of several entities that were creating a heavy environment.
Can you make it beep 3 times for me? Two more. One more.
Yep. There it goes.
All right, if you're spirit, I want to see you light it up. I'm gonna show you how to do it. And I want to see just like that. How far do you have that?
5 to 6 inches should be.
Are you 5 to 6 inches
I
away?
was standing up this close to it before and it didn't go off.
Oh yeah, that's not you doing it.
I asked it to and it didn't.
Oh wow, thank you.
Thank you.
Are you upset because you don't scare us? We're not intimidated by you? Are you upset because you don't scare us? We're not intimidated by you?
Why are you here? That might have been one.
Oh. Why are you so angry? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
We have the speaker up to our ears. I can't hear it.
Hit it again. Did you hear that?
We have the speaker up to our ears. I can't hear it.
Hit it again. You need to leave this place. You cannot stay here.
This is not your home. You have to go.
Can you see the light?
Yeah, right there.
Can you see the light?
Can the girl come towards the candles, come to the light so we can get you out of here? Can the girl come towards the candles, come to the light so we can get you out of here?
When my mom came here, that name kept coming to her, Sarah.
I was getting Sarah in the room too.
Oh, I just was hearing like a cement, like an S, which it could be.
It's cold in here.
Well, when I was in there, it felt thick in there. Have you felt stuff in here though? It is colder in here. Those are good windows. I don't think they're really letting air in though. It is colder in here. Those are good windows. I don't think they're really letting air in though.